Alrighty, yo, what's going on, all my gamers, all my reaction gamers, chat? It seems like it's back in 2020 because we're talking about Hogwarts Legacy. I caught the vid. It's a weird time, huh? Why are we talking about Hogwarts Legacy again? And why did I get sick for the third time? Chat, I caught my triple crown, except this time I have to get, I have to stay in my house instead of, getting some cool title. Anyways, Twitter freaks want to end Korone for streaming Hogwarts Legacy. I remembered when this happened. I think I was just getting sick, if I remember correctly. Like, I was still pretty coherent around the time.
Here. So I think it's safe to say that Hogwarts Legacy triggered more terminally online social media users than any game ever before.
Yeah.
There was related harassment.
This time I'm actually around to make fun of this, so that's always fun. Last time I wasn't really starting like reactions and commentary, stuff like that.
Campaigns from
I am
this
now
game
though.
that
I'm getting in
literally
trouble.
launched
Let's go.
Terms like Twitter freaks, meaning those who harass others for simply playing a video game. Now, why are we talking about this game that released in 2023 in today's video? Well, there's another harassment campaign targeting,
here we go,
this
dude.
time, Hololive's
Here
Korone,
we
a
go.
very successful Japanese VTuber who is well-liked and well-loved by millions across the world. But to many very terminally online people, she has crossed an unforgivable line by simply
I don't know why it's still Hogwarts Legacy. Like, bro, you're gonna have to let it go. And I wonder why they thought that it was gonna work now. Like, I get it if you did this around the time of 2020, sure, but like it's the scales have tipped since then, so no one is really gonna come out. Like, you might have been 2023 is pretty late in the shift. Maybe it's like around the time the shift happened or when it happened. But 2023, playing Hogwarts Legacy, I feel like it wouldn't have gotten you canceled. It would have gotten you harassed. Hell yes. Absolutely. That is without a doubt. But like, I think your community wouldn't have turned on you. Right? At least I don't think so.
Streaming this game. Now, for the uninitiated who are like, what's going on here? Why is this such a big deal to people?
Right.
I have made videos like this back in 2023.
Fun fact, this is when I really learned about Pippa. And when she was like, you know what? I'm getting in there. I'm going to string Hogwarts Legacy because screw you guys. Anyways, I love Face Connect. Unrelated, by the way.
Which was supposed to be like the fast facts.
I love
like
Pippa.
The very quick summation of the...
I also love... God, this is so sad. But I do, I'm glad Henya's doing better.
Hogwarts Legacy
I love
harassment
Henya.
campaign. And as you can see, it's 36 minutes long. That was the best I could do in terms of shortening up
like the American Nightmare
video. But in a nutshell, back in 2023, when this game launched, countless content creators and a lot of VTubers were harassed, threatened, doxxed, their families doxxed, run off the internet entirely for simply playing this game or even considering playing this game. Because
I've definitely considered playing this game, but I feel like no one would care if I did it, right? I'm a gacha content creator, and we don't really, you know what I'm saying? We don't really do all that. Actually, they do, believe it or not. Some people do, but there's only certain people, and we don't really care what they have to say. I don't even know if Hogwarts Legacy, I think it was on sale, was it not? Let me see. I know it's in my actual, what is it called? It's in my wish list for, oh no, it's on sale right now. It usually goes on sale a lot, actually.
Twitter freaks believed that playing a J.K. Rowling IP would fund the genocide of trans people because of J.K. Rowling's view of trans people. That's what they believed, and they used to justify this disgusting behavior they targeted towards countless content creators. Now, this sort of backfired. It served as a rallying point for many people.
Yeah.
A lot of people bought this game out of spite, and the constant complaints about it served as free advertising to the tune of nearly 35 million copies sold of this game. It generated over $1 billion.
That's insane. Mind you, this game is worth $60 on release. That's nuts. I wonder... My question is, depending on how people act for part 2, will people still be out, you know, in mass for this game when it comes to a part 2? I don't know. It's really going to depend how much people freak out on people playing it, right? Because that's kind of like the driving force behind it. Was it a good game? I think so. But in terms of like this, let's say the game of the year was the top 5 games. This game was probably number 7 or 8 of that year. Like, it definitely wasn't flawless, right? It definitely was. I don't think it was game of the year material, but it's, brother, it was out there. That's for sure.
And revenue. So again, why are we talking about Hogwarts Legacy in 2025? Well, the harassment campaign
big 2025
has never ended, and now Korone from Hololive is being targeted for streaming this game. Now, before we even got into the stream itself, just the scheduling of this stream got people very upset. Here's some examples. This person saying there's no excuse for a VTuber streaming Hogwarts Legacy. Korone.
Oh boy, look at it. Look at his profile up there.
This person saying there's
you got like, yeah,
no excuse for a VTuber streaming Hogwarts Legacy. Korone is scheduled to play the Turf Wizard game. Unfollowed, unsubscribed. I make no exceptions. You support turfs? It's over for us. No exceptions. This person saying this effing hurts right now. Korone is how I even knew VTubers existed in the first place. I wouldn't be one if not for her Doom 2016 clips. Never trust a corpo.
Here's the thing, right? Here's like the weird language that I think is really funny. Is they're like, oh, there's no excuse or whatever. What do they say? Scheduled to play the Warriors game. There's no exceptions, no excuse. It's like, bro, they weren't like consulting you. They weren't consulting you specifically on whether you think they should play it or not. They're just gonna play it. She just wanted to play it, bro. I think it was the sponsorship too, which was kind of weird in my opinion. That is probably the weirdest part about this whole thing is why was there a sponsorship for this game in 2025? That's just like, that's where I thought it was weird. I wonder if it's because of the new game or what is it? It was kind of weird because I don't think it has a DLC.
Exceptions. This person saying this effing hurts right now. Korone is how I even knew VTubers existed in the first place. I wouldn't be one if not for her Doom 2016 clips. Never trust a corpo.
Wow.
One more saying, I truly entirely wish ill on Korone and all of her friends. They're all complicit now. They've taken money. They are complicit in what comes. I am so angry.
Oh god, it's still the same person too. That's like the one guy with like 90 like 9 likes. I want to see something. Social Blade? Can I just like look up Social Blade and just look up Korone? Yes, I can. Yeesh. Oh, she hasn't lost any. Oh my god, her views are insane. Yeah, she's doing fine. Let's just put it like that. She is doing just fine. Oh my goodness. Yeah. She's doing just fine. She's at 2 million subs too. That's nuts. But I mean, I'm not surprised, dude. For the good old Korone, bro, I ain't surprised.
These are the supposedly normal, empathetic people. And this is just like a teaser of how unhinged all of this is going to
I'm
get
ready.
in just a second.
I'm ready for the whole thing. Let's hit it.
Most of the outrage is from Blue Sky. That doesn't surprise you. That is the world's most toxic and pathetic echo chamber.
That's probably why no one really cared around this time. Is because everybody who would normally do this stuff and be center stage on, you know, against the creator or something like that, they would normally do it on Twitter as well. But since they all went to Blue Sky, it's almost like it doesn't happen, right? The amount of people on I think the entirety of Blue Sky can unsubscribe from Korone, and she probably wouldn't feel a dent. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's nobody over there.
But here's one tweet from Twitter, and it gives you a really good idea of what we're about to face. So this person says, first it was VV, now it's Korone playing the Turf Potter game. Hololive JP management has to step in and do something.
No, they don't.
No
Why would
EN
they?
talent has ever played this game, and I do believe that their side of management also recommended them not to. Yeah, I think Hololive management should do something and file a restraining order against people.
Mind you, this person has 28 likes and 261 replies. Brother, they are beating your ass in the replies. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd have taken this one down. 52K impressions too, and all you got is 28 likes. Ooh, brother, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
People like you, because you're clearly
Yikes.
unhinged, harassing people over a video game. But it continues, sheesh, you people sure are massive snowflakes, says the person trying to cancel someone for playing a video game.
That's
and then
hilarious.
they say conservatives are the biggest problem in VTubing today, period.
That one got one like,
Amazing. The mental
singular.
illness is on full
Just
display right here. But like I said,
One like.
a lot of the outrage comes from Blue Sky. Here's a great starting point. This person says, since this is Blue Sky and it's actually safe to say here, if you play this bad PS2 graphics for $70, Turf.
Wait, it's $60. Hello?
Genocide funding
I had to tab out and look because I still have it pulled up on Steam. It's only
game,
$60.
and you get flack and bullied for it, I hold zero effing sympathy for you. Cry about it. Guarantee it's less than a sliver of what trans people go through daily.
And I think that something like this, in this current year, I don't think it's gonna be like an insane amount. Like I'm telling you, bro, this is all on Blue Sky. Does Japan know about Blue Sky? I think they do. But like, you probably have a better chance of like just trying to wing it on Twitter.
So in my video summing up what happened in 2023, one of the things people try to do is say this never happened, despite literally hundreds, if not
I hate
thousands,
that, bro. I hate everything
of
about that.
posts on social media proving this did happen. Here's an example of them just going full mask off and saying, yeah, we're going to harass you, and I don't care what happens to you because
brother.
of my own delusions in my head about what's going on in the world and how this game is somehow connected to it. But thanks to Curry Renji for going through Blue Sky and finding these posts. I definitely appreciate someone going into the swamp and finding all this garbage, because I don't want to be on Blue Sky because it's just a headache.
I can't remember to use Blue Sky. I have one. I just don't remember to use it, bro. I have nothing like, especially now that the whole Genshin VA thing has like died down. We've kind of won that one already. I just don't have any reason to go to Blue Sky anymore. Right? Like I was just going over there to see what like Korone was posting or what anyone else from the VAs was posting. I tweeted about this on Blue Sky, but it's like I have like 5 followers. No one cares what I have to say over there. I don't know. I have an easier time posting on Xiao Hong Shu than on here.
It is an insane asylum. So here's some examples. This
Catch your boy on
Korone is
Billy
scheduled
Billy
to play the Turf Wizard game. We saw this, but here's the responses. This self-described punk VTuber saying, it's not hard to play a different effing game. Yeah, nothing says punk rock like harassing people over playing a Hogwarts Legacy game. Yeah, that's super punk rock. Good for you. Yeah, this person probably worships Rage Against the Machine in the year 2025, given how they've turned. But anyways,
I like Rage Against the
someone
Machine.
responds saying she's sponsored for
Or maybe
it too.
I don't know about them in
She's
2025.
quite literally taking blood money for this. And then this totally normal person with 7 likes says, may her head roll, genocide supporter. Make insane asylums great again.
God, people are just so... It's just so cringe, bro. I don't have any other way to say it. They're like trying to be edgy and stuff like that, and it's just like, bro, come on. Maybe, I mean, I get it, right? They're behind a screen, they're behind a username. You probably wouldn't say this in public. One, because it would be pretty embarrassing to say this in public. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just silly.
This person is saying
It
she
sounds
should
so
be
dumb.
ended over playing a video game and calls her a genocide supporter. I'm curious. What genocide? What are you talking about?
Beats me.
Is there evidence of this, or is it just some grand illusion in your head to make yourself be the perpetual victim of, well, I don't know, whatever this is? I mean, this entire screenshot is a call for help, and
It's
massive
pretty funny.
red flags. Every single part of this, every single party involved here is a red flag entirely.
Right.
But here's another one showing
This guy again, brother. Is it? It's just this one guy. Why
every
is it
single
always this
party
one
involved here
person?
is a red flag entirely.
Why is it all involving this one guy? I don't even know how many. Mizokaya? Is that how you say it? Mizokaya? Let's go Beast Guy. Mizokaya. Is that how you say it? Mizokaya, that's true. I can't find their thing anymore. Oh, the post not found. Oh, okay, they just deleted their thing. Okay, well, we can't find them anymore. Whatever happened, they deleted everything. So, we can't even find them anymore. Good, nice, cool, fun.
But here's another one showing a previous post we saw about Korone and her friends being complicit in something and that they deserve ill will. But someone down
Oh, they
here
probably
says,
got,
"I
like,
used to look
reported,
up to
right?
her.
That's probably it."
She was the one that got me interested in VTubing in the first place. But now to say I'm extremely upset would be an understatement of the century. I may not live in the UK, but I have trans brothers and sisters who do, and what she did was
Wait, am I
beyond
reading the wrong one?
BS.
I'm reading the wrong one.
I'm half extremely angry to the point where words don't do justice how I feel. As a trans person, I feel betrayed. I used to think of her as an example of what VTubers should be like.
I read that wrong. I was so confused. He read half. You, come on, this is not half. I'm extremely angry. It's just that this is post 1 of 2. I got so confused. I couldn't regain where the hell he was reading anymore.
How naive I was.
That's really funny.
Even to feel or think that way. Don't have heroes. You'll be disappointed every time. Your entire foundation
I don't know, bro. My Oshi is still out there. She just celebrated 5 years. I love you, Callie.
of your worlds and your beliefs.
I don't know,
and
brother.
your
I don't know
heroes
about
and
all that,
this
brother.
crumbled
I don't know
because
about all
someone
that,
you
big
liked
fella.
played a video game.
Wow.
That is the most pathetic thing I think I've ever heard in my life. Here's another one, a compilation of people responding to a related post saying, "All my homies hate Harry Potter. Captain Underpants was better anyways. Do not bring in a class."
Now that's a debate. Now that would be a pretty cool debate. Which one is more peak chat? Someone's gonna have to. That's gonna have to. Damn. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. That's probably gonna be the biggest debate out of this whole thing. Is Harry Potter or Captain Underpants better? Damn. I guess we'll have to.
Like Captain Underpants.
Or
into your
we're gonna let
delusions.
chat decide
Leave
that one.
Captain Underpants out of this, okay? Another one saying in 2025, yes, you bet, and she was paid to do it. Another one saying,
Dude, I'd
"Oh,
take that money."
Korone, no, oh well." Another one saying, "Very true. Not sure why anyone would stream it nowadays." Yeah, the only reason people would hesitate is
To be fair, I also don't know why anyone would stream it nowadays. Not because, like, they shouldn't, but because, like, that was, like, 2 years ago. I guess people could, like, get around to it, right? Like, people always play older games. I guess it's not really that weird, right?
because of Twitter freaks harassing you for streaming the game. That's the only reason anyone would ever hesitate, is because they might be harassed or doxxed or
Which
threatened.
I'm not gonna lie. At this point, have at it. If you have a game that people say they didn't want you to play, honestly, I'd say do it. I don't think there's anyone else to really step in and like police people anymore, right? We're kind of far past that in 2025. Chat, should we play Indian Lele? Maybe.
or bullied off the internet.
I always
That's
wanted to
the
play that.
only reason anyone would hesitate. So congratulations. What an amazing observation. And then another one says, are you surprised? I went through this crap with Astel, Mona, and Vishojo 2 years ago. How Alive ain't nothing but greed and pedophilia.
What?
Amazing projection from this Blue Sky
that's
user.
a new one.
And if you know the story behind Blue Sky and their inability to filter out illegal content on their platform,
I did not know that,
understand
but
how
I would like to hear
ironic
about that.
this is. But here's another long thread. I really just want to read the beginning because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
this is crazy. This shows you the level of delusions. These people do not live in reality. So they say, it's honestly pretty telling how the indie VTubing scene is like 45% trans women, yet mainstream normie VTubing has none. Did you know that 45% of the indie VTubing scene is trans?
I can't think of one. Or at least now, okay. I only think of two that are insanely unpopular, which is Anna Valens, which I don't even want to consider her a VTuber, and Yara VT, who is more like a lol cow. No one really cares what the hell she has to say. That's kind of it. I don't really know, especially not the top VTubers. Like the top VTubers, like let me pull over here and get a good handful of V cards. Bao, Lily, Numi, Nanolis, that's a dude, Punk, Yanners, Cotton, Yanners, Rain, Monarch, Frame. I got nothing, bro. I don't know any of these. That might be one. Sanson? No, I don't think so. Meat? No, I don't think so. Lucy Pyre? Definitely not. I named it two. I have an easier time naming male VTubers. Is that bad? I don't know.
Trans women? Wow, I didn't know that either because that's a totally made up thing. I think you're getting a little
60% of the time, chat.
Because you surround yourself with people
Chat,
like that.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Especially on Blue Sky. So
I'm gonna
it
miss
kinda
having this
warps how
voice,
you
but it's
view
because my voice
the
is
indie
shot.
VTubing scene. This is a very outlandish claim to make. But here's another one saying "bugger off," referring to the fact she's going to stream.
It's this guy again. What? Bro, why is it this one guy? It's this prick again.
This game.
Mizo Kaya, did I? Where did they go? They just disappeared. What is happening? Like, this person just literally disappeared off the face of the earth. Yep, they're gone.
And then someone calls her a bad effing dog, which is... I know she's a dog-themed VTuber, but
that is pretty funny, though. I'm not going to lie. That one's pretty funny.
Seems like a very weird thing to say, but someone responds that...
I think that's funny. Okay, I'll give him credit where credit's due. I think calling her a bad dog is pretty funny.
That's saying apparently it's a sponsored stream. This dev team is really desperate to keep this game relevant. You are keeping it relevant.
I think Concord was more desperate to try to keep their game relevant. Or maybe even AC Shadows. No, I think AC Shadows was more desperate to get their game relevant and failed. Bro, that game sold 30 million copies. I think they did fine. Now, like, bro, $1 billion is pretty much a lot. What was the budget on that? Chat, what was the budget? Do we know? Hogwarts Legacy budget. An estimated 150 million was the accorded budget to Hogwarts Legacy. It could be as high as 180 million. That's pretty cool. Let's see, Hogwarts Legacy total sales. 30 million. Dude, it made 1.3 billion off of a $150 gamble. That's not bad, kid. That's not bad at all.
Do you not understand? You are the one
That's
keeping
a
it
pretty
relevant
big.
by trying to cancel people. If
That's a pretty
Korone
big.
did the stream, her viewer
what's it
base
called?
would be happy, and that'd be it. But you guys
I don't think they
complained about
care.
it, and you whined about it on social media, and now you brought in outside people who are now mocking you and bringing more attention to her stream and the game as a result. And you think they're desperate? You think the development team is desperate? They sold nearly 35 million copies, and a sequel is coming soon. No, they're not desperate.
I can't get over this guy saying bugger off. Something's about that's really funny. Bugger off.
They found a cash cow, and you guys helped make it so popular.
This is such a cute.
But then again, more replies. Another person saying, playing it now of all times, so late after its release, when J.K. Rowling's
this is such a
views are
cute
so
thumbnail.
obvious, really does feel like a statement. And then, the same person we saw earlier, once again
Yeah, the same
reiterating,
person saying it like three different times because we ran
I
into
hope
this guy like 3
Corone's
different
head
times.
rolls. Another very not so vague threat against
Wow.
her. And here's another VTuber, I guess, saying Korone is streaming the stupid effing.
That's kind of how I feel about V-tweeters and people like this. Like, people who aren't creating content and all they do is just, like, talk on Twitter or Blue Sky. Yeah, that guy's a VTuber. I guess. I mean, I don't consider him that. I hate V-tweeters, bro. Don't worry about me.
Dumb, idiotic, effing, stupid, effing, turf, wizard game. Why did you have to effing do that, Korone?
That person is probably, like, in their 40s or in their 30s the way they type. That is a grown-ass man, bro. Or woman. Whichever. Like, they play... they watch Fizzy Pop animations.
Watch your profanities, first of all.
Whoa, hey, brother. Let's relax a bit. What do you
It's a bit
think, huh?
unnecessary. Again, if you're
Little
this
bit.
upset about someone playing a video game,
I still can't do
I don't know,
high-pitched
get
noises with
therapy,
my
do
voice.
something, because
Ow.
clearly you're not doing well. But they continue on, saying, and no, also don't use this as your stupid effing attack on the VTuber sphere and suddenly crying that everyone is negative and toxic and transphobic. No, someone effed up, and they are getting backlash from.
I wonder what world Blue Sky lives in. Right? God, their thing is .git. Okay. I shouldn't be surprised. I don't know what kind of world Blue Sky lives in. There, this guy is like, oh no, guys, VTubers aren't like this, and don't worry, we're taking care of this person. We'll set them straight. Brother, what? What are you on about?
The people who are affected, the VTuber community as a whole is still the best community ever. Anyone who says the VTuber community, yeah, there's
It's so funny, bro. No, guys. This is not how the VTubing community is. We're not like this. Which, to be fair, we're not. I mean, obviously there's not a VTuber community, but, you know, your community cannot be like that. My community's not like that. My community loves everybody. Or we hate everybody. But we either love everybody or we hate everybody, but it's gonna be equal.
no
Right,
such
chat?
thing as the VTuber community.
That's what I
Anyone
like.
who believes
That's what I
that
like. That's what I like to preach, chat. Hate everybody equally. They're all beneath us. All equally.
is terminally online, but also they're saying they're getting backlash because of the people they affected. How was anyone affected by this other than being hypersensitive and getting personally hurt that a VTuber played a video game? That's on you. If you're that upset about someone playing a video game, that's on you. Sorry to say. But I think at this point you kind of get what's going on here with this thread. But let's move on to another one where this person says, cue the defenses of, quote, she's Japanese. This drama does exist over there. She's under contract to play these games by How Live, end quote, etc. You know how dumb people are going to get about these defenses. And someone's
We're just not going to defend it because we don't have to. Because us having to defend it means we think that something's wrong, but we don't think anything's wrong. So it's like, why would we care? I think it's totally fine that she played it.
Has been seeing
I'm not
them
gonna
all
be
day.
out here defending.
I have not.
It's not that I'm gonna be out here defending it. I don't think she needs to be defended, so I'm just gonna watch her, and I don't care.
I don't think anyone's saying because she's
I
Japanese,
don't
she's
even
unaware
car.
of anything. I think she's
I
just
don't
playing
even
a video
car.
game, just like an average person from anywhere in the world would view this situation. But for the Termly Online, they think this is some sort of statement and the funding of a genocide they created in their own mind. And other people down here saying, cis gonna cis. Blue Sky, ladies and gentlemen. But here's another one. People whining and moaning about this stuff. And then they say right here, can't wait for 3 more weeks of grifters, aka anyone I disagree with, making, in quotes, canceled. Thumbnails are going to bat for the most mediocre big licensed release since Arkham Knight.
I mean, I'll probably put that in the thumbnail. Canceled? Question mark.
Just to have another bad excuse to harass random trans women. What an excellent light novel you just wrote here. And I guess these grifters, again, aka the people you disagree with, are getting funneled more content thanks to people like you who harass others over playing a video game.
I don't care.
Here's a long thread. You know, we're going on and on. I could literally... This is like half of the screenshots, by the way.
That's also like half of the users on Blue Sky.
Trying to keep this somewhat
Notice there's
short
only like
today,
5 of them.
but I'll sum this one up. Okay, this person's like having an inner battle with like, no, not Korone. No, there's got to be a reason she's playing this.
Not my
no,
waifu.
she's uninformed. And then ends it by saying, okay, so I didn't realize you had to turn off quote reposts individually, but also I see we're already in full swing, so F it, trashing the merch it is.
Wow.
Anyone who trashes merch, especially clothing,
what a nerd,
is a bad person. I do believe that. Donate. If you have such a problem with a content creator you once supported, donate what you have. Because I don't think someone in need will care if there is
I've gotten to the point where I haven't trashed my Gamer Subs merch. I've just lost it. Which really sucks because I lost like some of my favorite shirts.
vtuber on it.
I'm actually really upset about it.
Hogwarts Legacy.
I think I might know where it is. I think there's a pile over there. That might be where it is.
It's
I'm still pretty upset about it though.
So
I want to find those shirts.
Your merch,
they're like my favorite shirts.
Maybe give it to someone else who might actually need it for something beyond whatever. Dude, my brain's literally rotting from reading all this stuff.
This is pretty funny. I will say that.
Last one right here. Just a little warning to people who have been discussing the Korone Hololive Sega situation.
Shout out to Sega. I don't know how they fit in all this, but shout out to Sega.
But the undesirables have been stalking some of our conversations and might start raiding here. So be sure to get your block.
I think I'm under that kind of list when I go out, like on the weekends. I'm under undesirables. That's why I don't leave the house.
Button ready. Nobody is trying to stay on Blue Sky. The only reason normal people go over to Blue Sky is to make screenshots of your tweets to produce.
I'd rather be
on
other I'd rather be on Xiaohongshu.
Don't worry about the rating.
Catch your boy on Weibo instead.
That. No one wants to be on your mental aside.
There's just nothing on Blue Sky, bro. There's just nothing there. It just kind of sucks. It's like such a terrible platform. But there's no ads. That's kind of cool. I'll give them that much. That's pretty cool.
Platform that is Blue Sky. Nobody wants to be there. And calling people undesirables because they don't want to harass someone over a video game. Blue Sky in a nutshell. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
I just think people are silly, right? It is what it is. I'm not... There's no love lost between me and Blue Sky. It's not like they really care what I have to say, and if they do, I made it, baby. Anyways, chat, let me know how you guys feel. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.